Hey folks, this is Tracy with Scrappy's Rustics. I have this ornate frame that I've been hanging on to for a perfect project for quite a long time, and now's the time. We are using DIY Apothecary clay-based paint. It's such a beautiful color. And we have some vintage stained up grungy kind of music sheets. Some are more grungy than others. The cover is really the grungiest. We're using the B stamp by A Maker Studio. We're going to be using IOD black ink. It's an Indian ink, it's permanent. IOD is Iron Orchid Designs. And we're going to use one of my favorites, Vintage Collage Medium, made by Ranger, which we have available on our website at scrappysrustics.com. Now y'all, I cut out so much of this video. I don't know what the heck was wrong with the middle of this picture frame, but when we get closer to that, I will explain a little more. So I wanted to distress this entire frame. I love this color and I think it looks great with the white and a little bit of black. So we're gonna paint the whole thing 2 times, making sure it's dry in between coats. Now this insert that goes in this frame, I don't know what the heck it was made of, but I've never had such issues in my entire life. I thought this was going to be a quick project, and it was far from that. I did save you for watching it all, and I cut a lot of it out. But whatever this was made of, we're using DIY patina as our medium, kind of like decoupage or Mod Podge. Whatever this thing was made out of, it was just sucking up the medium. I could not get this music sheet to stick to this thing as hard as I tried. I put 3 layers on this side that I cut out, and it would not stick. It just wouldn't. So I decided I'd flip it over and try it on that side. Yeah, that didn't work either. So I ultimately end up, as you'll see, painting the other side and then doing the DIY patina. It was the craziest thing. And you'll see here, I mean, that thing is soaking wet too. The 3rd coat I put on is like ridiculous. And it just would not stick. I don't know what it was made of. It was kind of like MDF, but it almost had like a, I don't know, a coating on it. It was just repelling it. I wanted to, that came right off. It's so strange. Then I tried it on the other side. No go. Now I'm like, what the heck? There we go, let's paint it. Let's see what happens. I was ready to throw that aside and use what's to my left, but those 2 little things sticking up would have showed up in our picture. And then I put too much paint on. And yeah, saved you from watching that as well. This is just regular white chalk paint. So I put a full coat of the white chalk paint over the green, and ultimately that worked. So I clearly missed the entire video. I guess I didn't hit record of where I put the DIY patina over the painted green part, and it finally worked. Now I'm just sanding off all of the excess, and there we finally have it. Yay. So excited. Finally on there. So now we're gonna really vintage this up. This stuff is awesome. It is available at scrappysrustics.com. It's made by Ranger. And it comes in a 3-pack. They have minis so that you can try them. There's a matte medium, the vintage, and a crayon. All 3 little jars like that. And these brushes are amazing too. These are Tim Holtz, and they're made for collage. But look how little we end up using for this piece, and how nicely these brushes, they have like a center that it helps spread your medium instead of just push it along. So I really like them. They're a little pricey, but they're really good brushes. There's really a big difference when you use it, I think. So I just love how it just changes the color of this and makes it vintage, and it's also sealing it at the same time. And there we have our dry picture frame that we painted in DIY Apothecary. Because it's a clay-based paint, it's reactivated by water. So we're just simply taking a baby wipe and hitting all the high points to make it look distressed. It's a much easier process than using sandpaper. Wet distress is nice. And if you take off too much, you can just simply paint back over it. And it had a little, those little brown spots there. That was on the frame to begin with, so I kind of try to salvage those because I like the way it looked. So I went all the way around the frame. Set that aside to dry. Now we're going to go back to our piece we did. We want to make sure that medium's dry before stamping. So this stamp is from A Maker Studio. I do have an affiliate link. All my affiliate links can be found in the menu area at scrappysrustics.com. So I'm just putting him on a piece of acetate so it makes it easier to ink and easier to stamp. The acetate's nice and slippery, so it helps you get your stamp down in all the areas you need to. You must, when you stamp, you want to put it down and commit. You want to anchor it with one hand, and with your other hand you want to rub every surface of the stamp, because the weight of the stamp and the acetate alone is not enough to make your stamp hit on all points. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you don't have the acetate on there and you just have the rubber stamp, it's hard to go over it nice and smoothly. Look at that bee. He is my favorite. He is so handsome. I'm a bee snob and I'm just in love with that one. So we're gonna put him back in. Before starting the video, I took all the hardware off. There was 4 pieces of that black round right there by my left hand. That's them there. You didn't need to see that, so I put those back on. And there we have that. And I thought it was a little bit too white and too clean looking, so I wanted to grunge it up a little. These waxes can be found on my Amazon affiliate link. I think it's under like waxes and stuff like that. It's a 4-pack. If you buy this, you'll never have to buy any again, because I feel like this stuff lasts you forever. There's 3 metallics and a luster. They look like watercolors, but they are a decor wax. So I just wanted to soften things up. It just looked too white. I love it. I love it. I hope this inspired you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to sprinkle my video about. It helps my page in many, many ways. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.